So, while choosing the topic, be cautious. Understand your regulation and fee structure. Until you submit your thesis, even after 7 years, the same old regulation is applicable to you, but the fee structure applicable as on date at the time of your submission. Then coursework. In our time, there was no coursework. That's why we became the idiot of the first order. We read research methodology book after getting PhD. Now you are highly blessed, not like me, isn't it? Now you are undergoing the coursework, but make the best moments of truth available in this coursework. Then progress review, I made it compulsory. That is, twice in a year you have to submit. At the end of every year, there will be a review by the doctoral committee or something like that. You'll give in warning, sometimes oral reprimand, written reprimand. Then you'll be given an opportunity of being heard. Then you'll be thrown out because you'll become a misfit. Understand that. Progress review. Then you have to have a timeline of yours in consultation with the research supervisor. You rarely have that one. Then when I was in the UK, I acted as a foreign examiner also, Mananmani Sundaram University. But I told them I am an Indian on a short stint doing my postdoc. But still the Vice Chancellor said, you are all right, we know about you. We have read your international publications, you can adjudicate the thesis. Then I had to ask for minor revision because the British practice is either minor revision or major revision. My first PhD student supervised me. The examiner was from University of Leeds, UK, Dr. Paul Lewis. He asked for a major revision. It was a shocking experience for me as far as Indian sentiments are concerned. When the examiner asks for a revision, we think that guide is incapable of supervising and candidate will try to commit suicide sometimes, there will be that kind of things. Actually, it's a healthy practice, best practice. That's called peer review, That way, if by chance, very rare, by chance, if a candidate is asked to revise the thesis as required by the external examiner or the internal examiner, don't feel bad, because with the help of that, I converted waste into wealth. I could go to the United Kingdom to do my postdoc. I made friendship with Dr. Paul Lewis. I started admiring him. So he started finding some intrinsic worth in me. He could not supervise me postdoc. Then he only suggested the name of Jim Stewart of Nottingham Trent University. See, that is what, you must be able to unleash your potential. So, revision is only indication. It is not the judgment of your personality or your worth. Then, before you submit the thesis, guide should encourage you to seek third-party review. Because guide and student, they read again and again and all same old thing. They will not find mistake also. If there is third party, like in my university governance, third party audit, third party inspection. Here also third party review. It's not the guide and the student, but another expert in the same department also. Don't feel bad, do that. And you are outsourcing SPSS, okay, you do it, but as a researcher, you need to have the working knowledge. Why chi-square is not enough, why correlation is not enough, why multiple regression is required. No. See, that way you need to have the working knowledge, you must be able to interpret the results. Then pre-submission colloquium is not an examination, it's a helping process, facilitation process. So take it accordingly. So ultimately as a researcher, insider looking out, because peer level researchers are outsider looking in. So that should be perfect blend. And every research is multi-dimensional, multicultural and multinational in nature. Appreciate it. It should be locally relevant but globally competitive. That should be your contribution. Then context first, then the content. So context specific content should be there in your thesis. Otherwise it becomes bullshit. Then your thesis must come out with the implementable action program so as to enable the public policy makers to come out with new schemes, another ideas. That is what I wanted to say. Thank you very much. I am tearing it off. Not the invitation. but my matter should die here. Okay?
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. It will be remembered for a long time. Thank you once again. Now it is time for extending our gratitude. First of all, I request the President of today's program, Professor P.S. Edapaditaya, Vice Chancellor, Mangalore University, to give a token of gratitude to the Chief Guest, Dr. Tony K. Thomas, Head of School of Tourism Studies, Mahatma Gandhi University, Kerala. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Shekhar Naik, sir, Coordinator, MBA, Tourism and Travel Management, to give a token of gratitude to Professor P.S. Edapaditaya, Vice Chancellor, Mangalore University. Thank you, sir. Now, I request Professor Puttanna K, Department of MBA, Mangalore University, to give token of gratitude to Dr. Y. Muniraju, Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Financial Officer, Mangalore University. Thank you, sir. Finally, I request Mrs. Nikshita Shetty, Faculty Advisor, MBA, Tourism and Travel, to render the oath of thanks.
Good morning, one and all. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of Mangalore University, Department of Business Administration, MBA TTM, taking this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to all those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this national workshop on research methodology in social science, organized by our department, MBA TTM. At the outset, I thank the President of today's ceremony, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor P.S. Edapaditaya, for giving us his valuable time to be a part of this inaugural ceremony of 6 days national workshop. Your words always truly encouraging and motivating us, and we will follow your valuable advice and guidance. Thank you, sir. I would now like to thank our beloved Chief Guest, Dr. Tony K. Thomas, Head of School of Tourism Studies, Mahatma Gandhi University, Kerala. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and your presence. Thank you for your gracious presence, sir. Always we are inspired with your words. I expect your support coming days. We are extended our heartfelt gratitude, our guest of honor, Dr. Y. Muniraju, Dean, Faculty of Commerce, Finance Officer, Mangalore University, for your motivating words. We always, as a budding researcher, we will take it as an inspiring role model for our research. Then I would like to thank our coordinator, Mr. Shekhar Nayak, for your encouraging, for your support and hard work and your dedications to organize this program. Dr. Puttanna K, Chairman, Department of Business Administration, Mangalore University. For your constant support, I thank you, sir. You always being backbone of our department. Thank you, sir. Then I mention my deepest sense of gratitude and appreciation, workshop coordinator, Dr. Joseph Speedy. Thank you, sir. Then I thank Chandrasekhara, photographer of Mangalore University, for media coverage. And I also extend my thanks to the students of MBA TTM for your support and cooperations. And I big thank you to Master of Ceremony, Ms. Arshita Bengare, for your effort towards anchoring. Then finally, I thank our teaching and non-teaching staff and even participants from all over the university in India. I thank, because of you, we made it this conference grand success, this workshop a grand success. Thank you once again.
Dear lecturers, research scholars, and my dear friends, I am Swati S. Navya, student of MBA Tourism and Travel Management, welcoming you all to the closing ceremony of 6-day National Workshop on Research Methodology in Social Sciences. It's an immensely exciting evening for our department. The actively growing participation of the students as well as the faculty members affirms the relevance and meaningfulness of the celebration. The workshop was a synergy of the youth creativity and talent quotient. We are really glad that we could conduct this workshop in this pandemic situation and in the midst of uncertain conditions. The workshop was on the title Research Methodology in Social Sciences Blending Theories with Practicals. Now, I request Ms. Prithvi Diksha, Research Scholars, Department of MBA Tourism and Travel Management, to give a brief summary about the workshop.
A very good afternoon, one and all present here. I am here to brief out 6-day national workshop on research methodology in social science from 2nd March to 7th March 2022. The workshop was combinedly inaugurated on 2nd March 2022 by Honorable Vice Chancellor of Mangalore University, Dr. P.S. Edapadithaya, and Chief Guest Dr. Tony K. Thomas from NG University, Kerala. The first day session was taken over by resource person Dr. Tony K. Thomas, Head of School of Tourism Studies, Mahatma Gandhi University, Kerala, on philosophy of social science research, research paradigm, parameters of conceptual framework, research instruments, constructions of questionnaire, labeling of response scale, designing research instruments, and validation. So has continued to second day till afternoon. Afternoon session was handled by Dr. T.P.M. Pakkala on literature review. He had given detailed information on literature category, organization of literature review, relevance of keyword in abstract. Third day session was by Dr. Arunima KV, Faculty, Department of Management Studies and International Business, Central University of Kerala. She covered the topics of approaches to qualitative research, types of qualitative research, significance of qualitative research in today's perspective. Fourth day session was about citation and references by Dr. Yogesh Paiti, Associate Professor, Department of Management, Manipal Institute of Management, Manipal. Sir has also covered different concepts of citation, working research proposal and research papers. And fifth and sixth day session on data analysis using different statistical tools by Dr. Niyaz Panakaje, Assistant Professor, College of Management and Commerce, Srinivas University, Mangalore. Sir has given insight on all multivariate analysis technique by using SPSS software. I congratulate all the participants for extending your support and coordination in making this workshop more memorable and successful. Once again, thank you one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I invite Dr. Joseph P.D., Workshop Coordinator and Assistant Professor of MBA Tourism and Travel Management, for welcoming the gathering.
The dais and off the dais. A very good evening to all. I believe the 6 days, all the participants, you have enjoyed the workshop, and it could add some flavors to your research area. So from our side, we tried our level best to make you comfortable and add more value to your research area. So let me enter into my responsibility of welcoming each and everyone gathered here. First of all, I would like to welcome the President of today's valedictory function, Dr. Puttana K., Professor and the Chairman of Department of Business Administration, to this auspicious occasion of concluding the 6-day workshop. He was initially working with the Department of Labor, then he joined as a assistant professor in the Department of Business Administration, then promoted to as a associate professor, then promoted as a professor. Now he is heading the department, and in each and every activities and endeavors what we organize here, he is there, his complete support is there. So because of him, we are able to conduct and organize many functions in the department. So on behalf of the department and everyone gathered here, a hearty welcome to sir. Let me welcome today's chief guest, Dr. Niyaz, who was with us for last 2 days, yesterday and today. And I know him. He was a research scholar in Department of Commerce. Now recently he is working as an assistant professor in Srinivas University, and he is a very known person in Mangalore. Wherever, whenever possible, without much advance booking and invitation, he readily accepts and he helps the young research scholars in mainly in the area of analysis using SPSS, AMOS, etc. So on behalf of everyone gathered here, I welcome you. Yes. Let me also welcome the workshop convener, my colleague Nikshita Shetty. She was there throughout. More than my presence, I think you must be knowing Nikshita, because I was only managing. So on behalf of everyone gathered here, I welcome you, Nikshita. I also welcome all the faculties in the department who is giving me courage and get the things work done. So all the faculties in the department I welcome. Then let me welcome all the participants who has come from different parts of South India, Kerala, Colombo and other institutes and universities. So I welcome all the participants. All the participants for your continuous support and coordination to make this event successful. Welcome all of you. Let me also welcome all my students who were continuously supporting and who are there now in the concluding function. So both first years and second years I welcome to this valedictory function. I also welcome the media, photographer and the team for helping us, supporting us for both inauguration function and valedictory function. Welcome you all. And I welcome each and everyone once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for welcoming our guest with warm words. Now, it's time for floral welcome. I request Professor Puttanna K, Department of MBA, Mangalore University, to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Niyaz Pankaj, Assistant Professor of College Management and Commerce, Srinivas University, Florida. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Joseph PD, Workshop Coordinator, to welcome Professor Puttanna K, Florida. Thank you, sir. Now I request Ms. Nikshita Shetty, Faculty of MBA Tourism and Travel Management, to welcome Dr. Joseph PD, Workshop Coordinator, Flooring. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Ms. Bilna K. Vincent, Faculty of MBA Tourism and Travel Management, to welcome Ms. Nikshita Shetty. Thank you, ma'am. Now it's time to give some feedbacks about the workshop by the participants. So if anyone is interested to give the feedback, can come forward.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and all the research scholars, faculties and students present here from various universities, good evening to all of you. I am here to give a feedback regarding this workshop. So here we have many research scholars at various levels. Some are in the beginning stage, some are in the middle stage, and some are about to submit their thesis. But those who are in the beginning stage, for us it is like a walking in the dark road. So we don't see anything. So we are in a hunger for some kind of light to reach our destination. So this workshop has acted as a light. So I compare light with knowledge. Will that be okay? Yes, light is a knowledge, right? So this particular workshop has acted as a light throughout so that we could find our destination, so that we can clarify a route from which side we have to go, where we are supposed to go, where we are not supposed to go. So starting from the first session, it was regarding the building conceptual model. So starting from the building the conceptual model, how we are supposed to build the conceptual model, then learning about building the theories, how to build the theories, then how to cite systematically, then how to analyze the data keeping all the assumptions. What we used to do? We used to do some kind of analysis looking at the YouTube videos, but we didn't know the logic. So sir has already taught us. So now we know the logic, we know how to interpret it. So this particular workshop was like a complete package of insight. We have learned a lot, and I want to request Mangalore University that in the future days I want this kind of workshop coming forward, and if there is a seat limit, I want the first invitation. Okay, and lastly I want to thank my own guide Dr. Niyaz Panakaji for encouraging us intensely to join this workshop. Thank you all. We all have learned something or the other thing from each other. Thank you. Thank you.
A very good evening to one and all here. So my name is Ujjwala. So I'm a research scholar of Srinivas University in Bangalore. So I think it's my pleasure that I have been a part of this workshop just because this is my second year. So I have attended many of the workshops, and all those workshops are totally through the online. So I think around 10 to 15 workshops have been attended, but related to the same topic maybe around 3 to 4. So I had the notion related to this particular workshop that okay, the research methodology I have already been attended it before. So I have the same thought that okay, they might be continuing with the same, but through the online, you know that how effective it will be. So it was not that effective for me. So having this notion in my mind, I was just thinking I should not join to this particular workshop. But my research guide, the same is Niyaz sir. So he was just insisting that okay, you just join, you will get very good personalities where the new research persons, where they're having a very good knowledge. So after by insisting by Niyaz sir, I just joined, and from the day one, my notion related towards this has been totally changed. I have gained a very good knowledge related towards the research, even though it was a bit late for me, but I think I have gained a very fruitful knowledge from this particular workshop. So I just request again the same thing, that they will continue with the same research methodology or any workshop which will be helpful for the research scholars. So thank you for the opportunity.
A beautiful good evening to one and all gathered here. Myself Jay Prakash. In one word, this workshop was simply awesome, because we, including me, we all gained a lot of knowledge on various aspects of research, especially like citation and developing hypotheses, and obviously that SPSS, yes, it's Niyaz sir always says by practice you can improve this. Definitely I agree with this, because all of a sudden one session you won't get all the things in detail. Continuously by practice, working hard, working on various software, we will be gaining knowledge. And I thank all these workshop organizers at Mangalore University Department of Tourism, especially Joseph sir, Shekhar sir, and all the organizers of this. And once again I would like to thank department for providing such a delicious meals and all these days, and we really enjoyed it. And also I'd like to thank all my fellow participant for your support and helping each other, guiding. I remember we were when we were finding difficult to install our SPSS and all, then we were helping each other, kind of relation, and we shared our okay, where are you from? Okay, I'm from this university, I'm doing research on this and all things. And definitely this kind of relationship will help us in future also, to enhance our knowledge. And once again I would like to thank university for helping us to enhance our knowledge in this particular domain. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Respected dignitaries in the dais, a very good afternoon. Myself, I am Neenu from Farooq College doing my research. with me the two persons from Federal College, Musla and Fredin Shah. And first of all, on my behalf and co-scholars with me and on behalf of Federal College, I am thanking to the coordinators, especially Nikshida ma'am and Joseph sir, for giving us a great opportunity to participate on this workshop. Regarding the workshop, we are not attending like a workshop offline after this COVID. And first, this is the first experience for us out of Kerala. We are attending the first workshop. This is during our 1 year period of PhD. And it was a nice experience for us, ma'am. Thank you so much for inviting us to this institution. It's other than we are attending research workshop from Kerala. It was nice experience as it's connected research methodology, theoretical with the practical work. We have a lot of connection in the theme and the subject or sessions that they are undertaken. From the beginning itself, topic selection, how we do the research methodology, how do we literature review, and from article work publication as well as report writing. It was so helpful for us doing our and completing our research work. And first we coming to here, our intention is just to explore Mangalore. But first we are attending the session of Tony sir. We are knowing that it's very useful for us, and we are not skip any session and sitting for all the sessions. And after that we are exploring Mangalore. Thank you so much for giving this great opportunity for us, and it will be very beneficial for future research work. And thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Joseph sir. And I am so thankful to Naveen Kumar sir and Pratyusha ma'am, Prithvi ma'am, and Vani ma'am, and also Anu, one of the MBA students. They were so helping us, and all other MBA students who gathered here. Thank you so much for your food as well as for your support, and all the coordinators. I'm so thankful to you.
So thank you all for your wonderful feedback. On behalf of Department of MBA Tourism and Travel Management, I request our chief guest, Dr. Niyaz Panakajay, Assistant Professor, College of Management and Commerce, Srinivas University, to speak a few words.
Respected Chairman of MBA Department, Putana sir, and the coordinator of workshop, Joseph sir, and Nikshita ma'am. So it was a very proud moment for me because I completed my PhD last year, and today I am the part of this program as a chief guest, unfortunately. But what I can understand from this university, when I started my PhD in 2016, it was very difficult to get admission here, especially in Mangalore University, and for one vacancy we will have more than 50 to 60 applications. So that is the one thing. And the important thing is what we can understand once you join as a research scholar of this esteemed university. So they have some curriculum. So recently they conducted one research methodology class as a coursework program. I still remember. So I came to the same department. I have given one day talk about research methodology, and I am the last person. There are so many professors from other department, from other college. They visited here and they already given plenty of talk about research methodology. So what we can understand from here, so they wanted to build the skills from the starting stage, from the day one. This is what. So if you just go through the schedule, and I think there are some of the professors, those who are in this field from the last 30 years. Some of the research scholars maybe they're the beginners, and they are getting some sort of resource from these expert people. So they know the curriculum, they know the importance of research. That's why they call any people with advanced knowledge. So, but I am the youngest one, I can say, and I try to give you some of the knowledge to you all. But I know that I told even Nikshita ma'am, even I told her also, within 1 day, 2 days, it is impossible. and it is all about your practice. It is all about your practice, your dedication. So you will be in the research field at least for 4 years, up to if you are trying to complete your PhD within 3 to 4 years. So anyway you will be in the system. So at least for 4 years you should practice. Every day you have to spend with your data. You have to analyze it. It's not only about data analysis. Before data analysis there are so many aspects you should learn. So this university has given clear curriculum, and it has designed such a way that people has to develop their own models. It has to help so many other people. It is not only just research is we have some sort of problem and we are giving some solution. It is all about you have to provide something new to somebody else. The development, the model or some modification has to be done. So those part I think I can expect from this university, especially from this department, and this department has started the work especially on the research from the day one until 4 years. So they know how to monitor the research students and how it should be. So I have seen it, there are so many research scholars from our MBA department, they are published so many articles in reputed journals, some of the reputed journals with advanced statistical analysis. So this department will always focus on quality of research, and this quality will help you for your future. And one more thing, please make sure that, and if you are getting an opportunity in Mangalore University, you are the luckiest person. Why? Because, so if I wanted to talk about the cost wise, I was discussing with my research student. So do you think that with 500 rupees and you are getting an opportunity for 6-day workshop with eminent personality? If you just see the profile of the faculty or professor, I can understand what is their grade. That is the one thing. And you just paid 500 rupees with a lot of inputs. So you can understand how these universities are giving more importance for the service or quality. This is one of the important aspects you should understand. That's why I told my research student also. So if they are giving notification today or tomorrow, so you just call the respective coordinator or the faculty in charge. So if you get a seat, you are the luckiest person. Don't call me and don't tell. So you do some influence. So if you are shortlisted, you are the luckiest. Within one day, I think they got all the seats and it was filled, and later there was some problem with the COVID and those things. That's why it has got postponed. So what I can understand here, so if you are really interested to develop yourself, so it is all about your practice. And if you see, there are so many people from so many states and from so many departments, interdisciplinary people also I can see. So you should have a collaboration. You should have peer group teamwork. Then only you can improve. So you should take help from others. So when you start this, I think you will develop your research. And first of all, again, I congratulate the department, especially tourism department and the chairman and coordinator of this workshop and the faculty in charge, all the support staff and the student and my friends, and for giving an opportunity. And anyway, so any program, if they call, and I told them, don't worry, if you just call me one day before, anyway I will make some arrangement and I will do some alternative, because my preference is always to come and visit this university. This university will give something new to me. This is what, so I understood from my life, and I always respect my university, and because I know today I am standing here and today I am taking any sessions to anybody, with any audience or any places because of Mangalore University. So my special thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Edapaditaya sir, because he is my guru. I always respect him, and yesterday we had interaction and he was very happy, and he has told me, and today and tomorrow you'll be attending as a resource person, and nice to meet you, and so you have a good future. So this is what we are expecting from our guru. So thank you for giving an opportunity. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words and time that have given us. It was really an inspiring one. On behalf of Department of MBA Tourism and Travel Management, I request Professor Puttanna K, Chairman, Department of Mangalore University, to give presidential remarks.
Good evening, all of you. The guest of the day, Dr. Niyaz Palakade from Srinivas University. course coordinator, Dr. Joseph, and my colleague. Nakshita Shetty, who is going to be doctor because he has already submitted the thesis. And members on the faculty, all faculty members, participants, and my dear students. I am very happy to know that the research methodology workshop is more successful. When you look at Niyaz is the inspiration for all of us. It is not that he is unfortunate. We are fortunate to have Niyaz on this occasion as a resource person as well as chief guest for this function. I know very well Niyaz is very humble and hard-working person. I can understand his interest, his enthusiasm. He should be a role model to all of us because he is from a rural area, from a very poor family, and he has achieved almost all the requirements that he has to do in academic. The other day I was in our university's evening college to see the new batch of MBA International Business Program. That is why I said Niyaz is the inspiration. I was surprised to see Niyaz there because he is doing MBA program, evening MBA program, regular program in international business. He is a student of our university now. That is the reason why I said he should be the inspiration to all of us. Because when we were discussing at the lunchtime, he was telling, my ambition is be a part of research. I want to achieve something in research. That means research is one of the areas where you can keep your footprint forever by means of your publications, by means of your research work. So that should be the humble of all of us, and we can definitely, if that kind of humble is there, we can definitely achieve this. I believe this workshop, and after getting feedback from you, this workshop has provided, enriched a lot of information, a lot of techniques, a lot of input regarding the successful research. Niyaz was telling Mangalore University, getting seat in Mangalore University is so difficult. It is not because of Mangalore University, it is because of UGC regulations, because all guides can keep only limited research scholars with them. The assistant professor can keep only 4 research scholars, associate can keep 6, then professor can keep 8 research scholars at a time. That is UGC regulation. That is why Mangalore University not so tough, but UGC regulations are so tough. And see, now you can see Niyaz, because Niyaz is a research guide in Srinivas University. Whereas in Mangalore University and all state and public universities, we have to wait for 3 years to get guideship. Then only guideship will be given to the faculty members. So they verify, they analyze the publication work done by the candidate, then only they offer guideship to the faculty member. So at this time I want to say few words about the research that every researcher has to keep in mind 3 important things. First one is time, second is effort, third one is cost. Time is very important for every research scholar, because when you get registered yourself for research work, you will be given a stipulated time to complete the research work. Full-time research scholars, a stipulated time is given. Part-time research scholars, another time is given. What is required is you have to complete your research work within the stipulated time. Many of the time what research scholars they do, they come and they ask to sign the extension letter. Sir, we want extension, still 6 months more, first term, then second term another 6 months, they keep on extending. Yes, in certain difficult stages we require extension, but don't make it as a practice, because if you are writing for extension, you are blocking the opportunity of others. So don't do that. Give chance to others to get registered for PhD work. That is only possible if you complete your work within stipulated time and if you allow to create vacancies in the department. If there are no vacancies, we cannot give chance to others. And you have to have a flow chart for your research. What should be done in the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, maximum fifth year. If you have the flow chart, definitely you can move according to the plan and you can complete the research. That is why time is very important. There are examples where people took 12 years, 13 years, 14 years and they went for last chance. That should not be the case. You try to finish your work as early as possible. So time is very important for every researcher. Then second important thing is efforts. What kind of effort you can put as a researcher? Effort is very important. How much effort, in what direction, and those efforts must be helping to complete the work. So you have to have a plan to do your work. When you have to conduct literature review, how much you have to conduct or how much literature you have to review, and what should be the outcome of that review of literature. Then data collection, because research work involves mainly 6 stages, starting from problem definition to report preparation and presentation. In between, you have to develop an approach, then you have to have research design, then you have to go for field work and data collection, then you have to prepare the collected data, then you have to analyze the data, then you have to write the report, then you have to make the presentation before the experts. These are the stages involved in research. So you have to have effort for all these steps. Then only your research will be more meaningful and you can conduct research very effectively. The third important thing is cost. For every researcher, cost is also very important. Don't spend unnecessary money, unnecessary amount. What is required, what is inevitable, you spend. So, for everything you have to limit. Though we say research is limitless, unlimited, endless, you have to limit yourself for the research. Then only you can complete the research. And you can provide scope for further research. Somewhere you have to stop. This is my work. Here I am going to stop my work. Then you are giving scope to others to conduct the research. So research is limitless. Only you have to limit. So cost is very important. An important thing I want to say, somebody was giving feedback that I have attended more than 15 workshops. Yes, you have to attend workshops as much as possible. It is not throughout your tenure you have to attend the workshop. Maybe at the initial stage, 1 year or 1.5 years or maximum 2 years you have to attend the workshops. That will give required information, technical input to your research. So attending research workshop is very, very important. And somebody said we got a lot of networking, connection, friendship. Yes, these kind of workshops definitely provide networking. good connections where you can discuss, you can share the required information, you can have more clarity about the topics and related issues. So networking you can develop through workshops. And don't limit to your any kind of thinking to this workshop only. You have to learn many things. There are many courses available, maybe some paid courses, some are free courses. One of my research scholar has paid around 40,000 to learn only the research methodology. And he learned and he adopted the methodology in his research work and he produced a good thesis, good work. So you can do that. If it is required, if it is necessary, definitely you can join some of the courses and you can get the required information. Then, when you do the research, always keep in mind that within stipulated time, these are the things you have to complete. So, first 1 or 1.5 year, you have to attend workshops like this as much as possible. Then start writing papers jointly. Don't ignore your guide. Along with your guide, you start writing papers. Maybe from conceptual paper to application of some of the statistical tools. Maybe you can write papers on only literature review by finding the gaps. There you can make the analysis and you can write a paper. So after 2 years you start writing papers along with your guide. So once your research thesis is submitted, then you can start or you can write papers independently. Then you need not be necessarily include guide, but if you consult, if you keep that rapport with the guide, that is well and good. Otherwise you can do independent research. This is how your research and your work in the area of research will remain. And if you are only doing research for academic purpose, only for getting degree, PhD degree, then you have to have those kind of ideas. Limit your research for getting only PhD award. Then many of the research scholars, they don't do anything. Only they get the degree, then they complete the academic requirement, then they go. But what I advise is, you should not limit your research only for getting PhD degree. Because your work will remain in terms of your publications and other work. This is what I want to share with you. And I congratulate Dr. Joseph and Shekhar Naik and his team for the success of this workshop, 6 days workshop. And Joseph and his team could organize this workshop with a very, very nominal fee. Nowhere you can get this kind of opportunity for a very little fee. That is the greatness, and that what we appreciate Dr. Joseph and his team. So with these few words, I congratulate all of you being a part of this workshop, and I wish all success in your future endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. This will be remembered for a long time. Now it's time for the distribution of certificates. So I request Nikshita ma'am to read out the names of participants.
Please come and collect the certificate. Now I request our chief guest, Dr. Niaz Panakaje, to hand over the certificates. Abdul Rahman, Department of Commerce, Mangalore University. Amro Abdul Kafi Almari, Department of Commerce, Mangalore University. Ashwath A. Department of Yogic Science, Mangalore University. Mohammad Niksat, Department of Economics, Mangalore University. Okay. Basir Ahmad Sharifi, Department of Political Science, Mangalore University. Bharati, Department of Commerce, Srinivas University. Bindu D, College of Management and Commerce, Srinivas University. Gausuddin, Department of MBA TTM, Mangalore University. Arinakshi, Department of Commerce, Srinivas University. Jay Prakash K, Department of MBA TTM, Mangalore University. Madhura, Department of Commerce, Srinivas University. Manaswini BS, Department of Commerce, Mangalore University. Mohammad Amin, MBA TTM, Mangalore University. Mohammad Adam Bekelek, Department of Commerce, Mangalore University. Muslavi, Department of Commerce and Management Study, Farooq College, Kozhikode. Nagaraj, Department of Commerce, Mangalore University. Nagaraj is not there. Is there? Okay. Department of Commerce, Mangalore University. Nasir Ahmad, Department of Business Administration, Mangalore University. Nasir Sifar. Naveen Kumar, Department of Commerce, Mangalore University. Neenu C, College of Management and Commerce, Farooq College, Kozhikode. Nazrat, Department of Commerce and Management, Srinivas University. Now I request Dr. Puttanaki, Department of Business, Chairman, Department of Business Administration, Mangalore University, to hand over the certificates. Onderi, Department of Commerce, Mangalore University. Pradin Shah, Department of Commerce Management, Farooq College, Kozhikode. Prithvi Diksha, Department of MBA TTM, Mangalore University. Ramya is not there. Ramya is not there. Reshma, Department of Management, Kuvempu University. Rovinna, Department of MBA TTM, Mangalore University. Riya Povin, Department of Commerce and Management, Srinivas University. Syed Ahmad Rashid Ashrafi, Department of Economics, Mangalore University. Syed Anwar, Department of MBA, TTM, Mangalore University. Shruti Dinesh, Department of Commerce, Mangalore University. Sukhavani, Department of Business Administration, Mangalore University. Tara Shetty, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Besant Evening College. Ujjwala, Department of Management and Commerce, Srinivas University. Velitha, Department of Management and Commerce, Srinivas University. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request the president of today's program, Professor Puttanna K, Chairman, Department of MBA, Mangalore University, to give token of gratitude to chief guest, Dr. Niyaz Panakaje. Thank you, sir. Finally, I request Ms. Nikshita Shetty, Faculty of MBA Tourism and Travel Management, to render vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by art. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. I, on behalf of organizing committee, convey deep regards and hearty thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor P.S. Edapeditaya. I am also thankful to the Registrar, Professor Kishore Kumar C.K. and Finance Officer, Professor Y. Maniraju. They supported in all possible manner to organize this workshop. I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence. I am also very much thankful to all Program Advisory Committee members and the invited speakers. Words are not enough to thank their constant guidance and support to shape the workshop. At the outset, I thank the President of today's ceremony, Professor Puttanna, Chairman, Department of Business Administration, for his constant help and guidance. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation today's our chief guest, Dr. Niyaz Panakaji, for sharing with us some of your findings and opinions. We are all inspired by your great words. I take this opportunity to extend our most sincere thanks to all our participants who have come from different destinations for your support and cooperation. I would like to thank our beloved coordinator, Dr. Shekhar Nayak, for various help we received toward this workshop. I also wish to express my gratitude to Dr. Joseph P.D. for his minute-to-minute guidance and support and for providing encouragement at every point of time in the department of this great event. I extend my thanks to Chandrasekhar sir and team for media coverage. I am also thankful to all the volunteers, especially our students, for your valuable efforts. I must appreciate their hearty efforts and firm determination. All of them, because of you only, we are able to arrange this workshop for grand success. At the end, I am thankful to all the teaching and non-teaching staff, research scholar of our department, research scholar of MBA, Commerce, and non-teaching staff for their effort in arranging this function. Once again, thanks to all for your precious presence. Thank you.